Good morning, everybody. Oh, come on, we can do better than that. Good morning. It's a great day, right? Great morning for these two gentlemen, and certainly for our department. So let me first say personally, congratulations to both Mark and to Paul making that next step. And I say frequently, what a great department we have, starting with the chief, with the entire command staff, and each and every member of the department. Just outstanding. And we're just coming off the 9/11 remembrance, and I'm doing a podcast today. I talked a little bit about the way the nation is going and the absolute lack of respect across society that's having a tremendous effect. We just look at the foolishness going on in that protest in Boston. You know, the old days, there was a protest, you stated your case and you had your signs, but talk about crossing the line and then not to get the support of the law enforcement community and the community in general for our police department is absolutely outrageous. We're living in very dangerous times, and I remind people we're not only proud of our veterans and what they do defending us all across the world, fighting for freedom, defending the values that are important to us, but you people do it each and every day on the front lines and responding to the needs, the call of the community. It's simple little things, but there's also some very dangerous and complicated issues you deal with each and every day. And I'm cognizant of that, and on behalf of the city, I'm grateful for that. So to our department, I say thank you for all you do each and every day. But I know today is a big day for both of them individually and their families. And I know you've worked hard. You both have good names and good reputations in the department. I know you're well respected by your peers. And I know there's a lot of work that goes into the studying as part of this process. So proud of both of you. And I'd ask now at this time for our good chief, the leader of this great department, Paul Keenan, to say a few words.
Was that for me or for him? Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you again for your continued support for the Quincy Police Department. The men and women of the Quincy Police Department work hard every day to protect the citizens, and we have a mayor that protects our back. I'd like to thank Patty McGowan and Helen and Nikki for their participation today and getting all the paperwork and everything ready. We know it's a great day. It's always a real pleasant day, and one of the nicer things that I get to do is when we swear in new officers. They're not so new. You know, Mark's been around for a lot of years. He's done an awful lot of things in the Quincy Police Department. Motorcycles, he was an outstanding drug officer for a number of years. He's a well-respected sergeant by not only the people that work for him, but the people that work with him. Mark, I can honestly say, is never at a loss for words, and you never mince his words. You always know what he's thinking, which is kind of refreshing. It's always nice to bring a new perspective to the Quincy Police Department. Every time we get a new promotion, they bring new ideas to the table and new energy to the table. And I congratulate you, Mark. I know you've worked hard and you've been around for a long time. Paul has been on for a few years. Our gain was Boston's loss. He transferred over from Boston. He's been a great asset to the department, both in patrol and in traffic. And I know how hard these officers have to study to get where we are. We're probably one of the most difficult departments in the Commonwealth to get promoted in because we've got such an intelligent, enlightened group of men and women that take these tests and study. It's also really good to see some of our retired officers, our detectives, John McDonough, Bob Curtis, Tom Belinda, and Ralph Razovich, Dick Churchill. It's always good to see our retired officers come back and celebrate with us. Again, a tremendous day. Thank you all for coming. Mr. Mayor, thank you for your support.
So we'll do one of these one at a time because the sergeant's positions are not open until the lieutenant is sworn in. So we're going to have Mark come up first. I do want to acknowledge a friend of the Coughlin family, Father Casey, who's very well known. I knew him when he was pastor St. Agatha's when my kids were there, and now he's at Sacred Heart, North Quincy. So good to see you with us, Father, this morning. And, any dollar I have to spend or try to spend in the city has to get approval from the city council. And a great advocate for our departments really is City Councilor Dave McCarthy, who's over here. Ward 1 Councilor, thanks, David, for stopping in. You ready? You nervous?
No, sir.
Madam Clerk, if you could step right to
And
the
also
back.
mention Gibbons, too. Richie Gibbons is a retired guy now.
Hi, how are you?
And just before we start, for the family members, we'll stage as many photos as you'd like after each of the swearings are done. Thanks.
Thank you. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Mark Foley,
I, Mark Foley,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Commonwealth of
to
Massachusetts,
the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
and I will support the Constitution thereof,
and I will support the Constitution thereof.
so help me God.
So help me God.
I, Mark Foley,
I, Mark Foley,
do solemnly swear and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent upon me
all the duties incumbent upon me
as Lieutenant of the Quincy Police Department,
as Lieutenant of the Quincy Police Department,
according to the best of my abilities
according to the best of my abilities
and understanding,
and understanding,
agreeably
agreeably
to the rules and regulations
to the rules and regulations
of the Constitution
of the Constitution
and the laws of the Commonwealth
and the laws of the Commonwealth
and the ordinances of the City of Quincy,
and the ordinances of the City of Quincy.
so help me God.
So help me God.
I, Mark Foley,
I, Mark Foley,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
Congratulations. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Paul Coughlin,
I, Paul Coughlin,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the
to
Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
and I will support the Constitution thereof,
and I will support the Constitution thereof.
so help me God.
So help me God.
I, Paul Coughlin,
I, Paul Coughlin,
do solemnly swear and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent upon me
all the duties incumbent upon me
as Sergeant of the Quincy Police Department,
as Sergeant of the Quincy Police Department,
according to the best of my abilities
according to the best of my abilities
and understanding,
and understanding,
agreeably
agreeably
to the rules and regulations
to the rules and
of
regulations
the Constitution
of the Constitution
and the laws of the Commonwealth
and the laws of the Commonwealth
and the ordinances of the City of Quincy,
and the ordinances of the City of Quincy.
so help me God.
So help me God.
I, Paul Coughlin,
I, Paul Coughlin,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States. Thanks.
Congratulations.
Well, Paul signs in, so he gets paid appropriately. I did want to acknowledge General Frank McGinn, who's with us, who not long ago in this chamber received his second star. General McGinn, thank you for being with us.
And if the badge is pinned onto the top. The badge is pinned on.
They should be going. Tall guy. Now going to do the pinning of the badges, so Lieutenant, will you guys first?
Those white shirts.
That's right.
Thank you.
That concludes the formal ceremony, and now I ask for the new lieutenant and sergeant, whatever they want to do for photos, please. Thank you all for coming.